good afternoon or good morning, ladies and gents, boys and girls. By way of introduction, my name is Adam Flynn and I'm one of the directors at Biggin & Scott Real Estate here in the City of Knox, where we've got 4 offices: Boronia, Bayswater, Wantirna and Rowville. Soon to be our 5th office, which is opening in Fir Tree Gully at Mountain Gate Shopping Centre fairly shortly. And today I'm lucky to be joined with, or both of those things actually, Steve Geddes, who was the #1 salesperson for the Biggin & Scott Knox network in the month of January. So congratulations, Geddes, well done.
Thank you, Adam.
So what I want to just demonstrate or show the viewers today is a little bit your journey into real estate, your journey in the world of real estate thus far, and a bit about yourself, you know, where you live personally and your family and so forth. So you mentioned before that you initially started in real estate in 2011. Yep, and you were at that company for just over 3 years, I believe.
Just over 3 years, yeah. Okay,
and this is not at Biggin & Scott Knox, this is a different company. And what were your roles inside that business?
I started off as a sales creator, looking for listings. Then I moved over to be a personal assistant, a sales agent, working with a listing agent's buys, so that they could focus more on the listing and I'd focus more on the purchases and working with purchases.
Sure, yep.
And then I wanted to get out and do my own thing, so I actually moved from one office to the other office within the same company.
Yes.
And became a full listing agent for the last 6 months I was there.
Okay, all right. So when you were focusing more, because you've got a really a good way of building rapport and a very, very empathetic way about you. So when you were more of a buyer's agent, I would assume that a lot of your roles would have been building those relationships and following the transaction from the point of making the offer through to the deal being done, to then pre-settlement, final inspections and so forth, and just seeing the rest of the transaction. Now that would be an assumption, but
that's spot on. The most joy I got out of the job was when I'd work with, especially with first home buyers, and that first meeting someone who may or may not know what they're really doing in real estate and with purchasing a property, and just walking them through it, being a coach and a mentor and a guide, and being able to go from, here we are, we know absolutely nothing about real estate, how do we buy a home? Going through all the phases of opens, of making an offer, of presenting offers to vendors, of that feedback then and having to renegotiate if it takes to that. And once the contracts are signed, then going on to after the settlement period, the final inspections, and then the actual move-in date. And I got immense pleasure out of going through that entire process, from coming off the street, got to live somewhere, to, hey, wow, this is our new home. And it's just it's such a heartwarming and it gives you so much job satisfaction.
And we actually sold Geddes his property, and he didn't work for us at the stage, of course, but we sold Geddes his property in the Basin. How long ago was that now?
It'll be 2 years on March 6th that we moved in.
And that's how we first met. We first met Geddes back a couple of years ago when we sold him the property. So you left the industry for a little bit, and you were a train driver.
Driving trains with Metro, yes.
Okay, and how long were you doing that for?
Probably about 2.5, almost 3 years.
Yep, but the calling of real estate sort of dragged you back in. I'm
a people person. I love to be in touch with people and talking to people face to face. And when you're a train driver, you're sitting in a cab by yourself all day. And I take my hat off to the people that can do that, but I'm just not one of them. Sure. I need to be talking to people face to face.
So you mentioned before that one of your really strong points was, and something that you took pleasure from, is guiding somebody from that first point of contact to taking them through the process of buying such an important and valuable asset. In regards to what I've seen so far in the market, probably over the last 8 to 10 weeks, is a lot of first home buyers now re-entering the City of Knox marketplace. Have you found that
I've
out
seen
there?
that, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more first home buyers. I think interest rates being so low and, changes last year to the first home buyers grant, I think that's just brought them out of the woodwork, and, they've just been waiting for the opportunity, and that opportunity is now.
Sure.
And there are a lot of first home buyers coming through, and I love it.
And I mean, you live in the Basin.
I do.
And you are based at Bayswater.
Bayswater, yep.
And the Bayswater market has experienced significant capital growth over the last 12 to 18 months.
It's gone crazy, yeah.
What are your expectations for the City of Knox market? Where do you predict things heading over the next 12 months?
I think in general, the market in general, I don't think it can sustain the amount of growth it has over the last few years.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not going to keep growing. I think that level of growth might just slow back a little bit.
Sure.
Until the sort of market can catch up with what I see as artificially inflated prices.
Yeah.
And I think once we hit that level again, we'll then see that general annual increase that you sort of expect in a real estate market.
Yeah. So I mean, historically, the Melbourne marketplace has experienced approximately 10% growth, where over the last 12 to 18 months, primarily Bayswater especially, has experienced 20-25%. It's huge growth numbers. So it's certainly an exciting market to be a part of. And just in closing, Geddes, tell the viewers a bit about yourself and your personal life. Like, you're married, kids?
Yeah, I am married. I'm not wearing my wedding ring at the moment because I play volleyball as well, and I did a finger injury and got a swollen finger.
Yeah.
But no, married for 7 years now.
Yep.
3 kids.
Yep.
Boy, girl, boy. They're aged 6, 4, and 13 months.
Yep.
So keeping us busy.
Yep.
My wife's recently gone back to work. She's a school teacher, so
Yep.
she's back at work 4 days a week this year.
Yep.
So that certainly makes home life a bit challenging, getting all the routines in order to make that work.
Sure.
But yeah, no, look, my kids are the absolute centre of my life, and everything I do is for them. So yeah, very family centred.
Yeah, it's and look, when you see Geddes, the cute kids. I saw them at the shopping centre here about...
You almost ran over them,
I know. Don't say that. But certainly, you got a beautiful family, and the property he bought from us in the Basin, huge parcel of land there, I think just shy of 1,200 square metres.
1130, I think it was,
1130, yeah. So plenty of room for them to play around. But mate, congratulations on a fantastic month in January.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, mate, let's see if you can back it up this month, if not next month. But congratulations on a top effort.
Thank you very much.
And thank you all for watching and getting to know Steve Geddes, our salesperson of the month, a little bit better for the month of January. Thanks, guys. Cheers.